Perfect. So we're going to have three presentations from some of our fellows to give them an opportunity to also share some of how their work intersects with energy systems. Please, because we're way behind schedule, if you can please keep the presentation within 5 minutes limit, and so that we can all go to our respective destinations, or some of us, some people have appointments and all that. So I think the first speaker that would, so I'll hand over to Miss Victoria. Victoria, can you hear me, please? If you do hear me, please unmute yourself so that you can take over.
I can hear you.
Yes, perfect. So if you can please unmute yourself and turn on your mic. We have Danjuma Samuel, I think is ready. We also have KeleChukwu Ibe and a third person that are ready for presentation. So I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much. It's been an honor to moderate and host this conference. Thank you so much.
So
Good greetings of the day from everybody. I'm delighted to share my work on decentralized energy system, a pathway to sustainable energy transition on this Energy 2.0 conference. I am KeleChukwu Ibe, research scholar from Amrita University in India. So these are my presentation outline. Quickly going through the introduction, why do we have to talk about this centralized energy system? There are two specific reasons. The first one is for energy security, and we have climate change. Energy security is talking about continuous availability of energy in sufficient quantities and affordable rate. So we want energy at a point where it will be available. Where it will be available and sufficient at all times, and as well as affordable at all regions. Also, this is fueled by associated problems of environmental concern, majorly due to environmental pollution. If we look at the evolution of global energy system in the world, it starts from traditional biomass energy into the electricity, and then we are now trying to talk about a transition from the electricity to renewable energy. Looking at the energy transition, what is it? According to the International Renewable Energy Agency, this is the pathway for transformation of global energy sector from a fossil-dominated mix to zero carbon by the second half of the 21st century. In other words, by 2050, we want to change the current existing status quo, that the energy sector will be dominated by zero carbon, unlike the fossil fuel that has dominated the part of the first century. So this can be done in two ways: either renewable energy transition in a centralized energy system or in a decentralized electrical system. Whichever pathway, it will involve structural changes and subsystems such as policies, technology, supply and demand patterns, as well as energy sources. Looking at the centralized energy approach and the problem, we have the major problem associated with it is the emission of toxic pollutants. And according to research, it has reached to about 32.5 gigatons of pollution from this centralized energy system. And the major problem is the climate change, global warming and climate change, which we are battling. And if continued use means that the temperature of 1.20 degrees will be exceeded. Other problems associated include depletion of the fossil fuel, transformation towards low energy consumption. We have harm to the environment, energy insecurity associated with supply risk, uneven distribution, as well as market uncertainties. Looking at decentralized energy system as an alternative, it is an alternative because it provides means of electricity for heat or lighting or cooking where it is being used. This is based on local resources and prevailing circumstances. In other words, we can say that the decentralized energy approach can be defined as energy of the people, for the people, and by the people. So at the forefront of this, as we have already earlier mentioned, is environmental sustainability and energy security. Beyond this, some of the driving forces include the need to attain the sustainable development goals, economic development, more efficient and effective energy sources, as well as social welfare. Advantages of a decentralized energy system includes, it comes with innovation. It provides a sustainable pathway to energy transition. It provides opportunity for several parties to become stakeholders in the energy system. In other words, it creates more employment opportunities. It leapfrogs certain infrastructural development, especially as regards to rural India, where the current centralized energy system are not able to reach. It complements the existing energy infrastructure, especially in the rural areas. Also, it helps to meet future energy demands, especially as predictions show that household energy demands are expected to double by 2050. It also secures development of future generation by covering greenhouse gas emissions, as we popularly known as sustainable development. There is also possible low cost. It provides low cost energy options, leading to the affordability. It guarantees availability. It reduces over dependence on centralized energy sources, and it's beyond energy provision. It also tends to solve waste management issues, depending on the source that is used for the decentralized energy generation. So looking at some of the technologies that are used for a decentralized energy pathway. So we said the energy generation, it covers both heating, lighting, and cooking, which are the major energy usages. And it can come from various resource range, such as firewood, dung cakes, agricultural waste, forest waste, municipal solid waste. And the conversion of these, depending on the resources, follows different technology. The beauty of this is that ensuring sustainable provision for the locality, and by contributing to value-added production, emission reduction, and socio-economic development. And while this can be done using several technologies that are commonly grouped into three, we have the thermochemical technology, which include incineration, pyrolysis, catalysis, gasification, and hydrothermal liquefaction. Biochemical methods include aerobic digestion, composting, landfilling, ethanol fermentation. While emerging technologies include the dark fermentation, photobiological processes, microelectrochemical cells, and microbial fuel cells. All of these provide a spectrum of products ranging from syngas, methane, biogas, biochar, hydrogen, landfill gas, biogas, ash, compost, and sludge, depending on the technology and the resource. We have several case studies. Due to time, we'll just quickly rush it. So we have the first case of Nepal, where a rural solar energy project has been executed. We also have the case of Indonesia that uses renewable energy and energy conversion program in small scale to solve rural energy problem. It's located about 2,800 installation. In Sweden, there is decentralized energy system that is based on biomass. So this uses on-farm agricultural waste as well as forest residues to provide energy for the farm. And majorly, what is provided at this place is biogas from leaf from manure as well as the straw. And then case study 5, we have Peru, Nicaragua, and Scotland, where three decentralized energy system were used: the small wind turbine, the solar photovoltaics, as well as the micro hydro for rural electrification. We found that due to the different regions, wind was successful in Nicaragua and Scotland, while it failed in Peru. And the last of our case study is the one that's happened in Patna, in Bihar of India. So this case uses the horse power system to provide rural electricity using the gasification technology from rice husk coming from agricultural farms. And the success recorded about 200 villages, and it has that has been lit up by this technology for about 12 hours daily. And we also have the lessons that we learned from it. So conclusively, as the world moves towards sustainable and modern energy for all, decentralized energy systems are key. It provides a variety of approaches and innovative sustainable practices for meeting energy demands sustainably. This shows that there is no one size fits all strategy in a decentralized energy system, as we have seen in various case studies that we have looked into. Each region will have to meet their energy requirement with the resource that is available in the zone. Therefore, the peculiarity of the resource of each region should be explored in the alternative pathway for sustainable energy. Different stakeholders involved should also collaborate, especially in the integration of experts and locals in the development of energy system, because equipping locals with the necessary skill is essential for sustainability of decentralized energy system. Through this, a decentralized and sustainable energy pathway will be guaranteed. Thank you all. These are some of the references from which the work were collected. And thank you all for the time to present and then listening to my presentation.